What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Greatness versus Loneliness. Inspired by Ray Lewis, ironically. As a football player, I like him. His stances, I don't like. But he was talking to Ed Reed, which I fucks with Ed Reed. And he asked Ed Reed his definition for greatness. And his was endurance and perseverance, because you got to be there for the long haul. I'm going to take some of that too. But Ray said something very interesting. He said, you know, greatness is lonely. And people don't think about it that way. And this is where I'm going with this. You can be great in whatever you put your mind to. But I think people automatically understand that greatness is a lonely path. See, greatness is not coming knocking on everybody's door. You got to go get it. And greatness takes vision. And everybody's not going to see your vision. Greatness takes a work ethic to make something out of nothing. And other people aren't willing to work like that. What happens is a lot of people like showing up to enjoy the fruits of greatness. But the people who pursue greatness, when they're on that path, that's a lonely life. The only way you might find camaraderie, or you will find camaraderie, is if you're with a group of people going in the same direction. And for some people, that happens. For others, it doesn't. Because people could be going the same direction. But everybody doesn't want to be great. Some people just want to be noticed. Some people just want to be seen. Some people want notoriety. So they're not willing to do what it takes to be great, because that was not their agenda. And I think, you know, one of the keys to why people are so lonely is because you see people pursuing greatness and there's nobody there. You know, people want to, when you get to a certain place, they want you to have somebody to celebrate and share all of the wealth of greatness. And that's the problem, because it's hard for a person who had to take the lonely road to actually connect with a person who is waiting on you to take the lonely road, and then come back and give them stuff and let them feast off of that table. You get what I'm saying? So to a degree, people don't understand that. Now on the other side of this, you got people who are afraid to be great because they don't want to be lonely. You know. And sometimes those people resent the very people that is their support system, because their support system didn't push them to be great. The support system, you know, it's not their support system's fault that they use their support system as a crutch because they were afraid to be great. That's the thing. See, some people will never be great because they can't be alone. That's what's hard, because the road to greatness is for the mentally strong. And some people aren't mentally strong. And some people have to learn to be mentally strong along the way. You know? And that's the thing about it. It's like, you don't understand this, but the truth is, you're going to have an issue. you're gonna have a big issue because you might like the camaraderie of mediocre people more than you believe in your vision. But you'll never blame yourself for your mediocrity. See, to be great, you have to see yourself as better than your circumstances. And I got to eat at you. Not a lot of people wake up in the middle of the night to finish something or to start something. You know, a lot of people can't understand that. A lot of people can't understand the discipline and the sacrifice it takes to get to where you want to be. Another thing about the loneliness part. People live vicariously through other people, so sometimes you get this groupie type thing where people can see you in your zone or in the spotlight or something like that, or you're standing out in a crowd at a time, and people sees that is your life, but they can't fathom what it takes to get to be the person that people look at as successful. You know, greatness, as they said, was a bunch of little things. You know, a lot of people pay little attention to the little details. They just want the big stuff. And greatness is an accumulation of little things. Of little things. And the thing about that is why it says versus loneliness, because on the path, you can put those little things on the back burner just to go kick it with people and have fun, because you don't want to be alone. Those little things seem like they're not matter. They won't matter when that big moment strikes, but they matter a heck of a lot. A heck of a lot. There's a lot of pressure in this loneliness, though, because there are people who depend on other people's greatness, and that leaves them in a lonely state, because other people are eating and sleeping and living and driving on the fruits of your greatness. But here's the problem. You're lonely because, guess what? They can't make you better, and you can't get rest. Sometimes it's motivation, you know. It's a cost of being great, where you use other people's laziness as motivation to push yourself, because they'll never survive without you. But that responsibility leaves you lonely, because the very people that depend on you don't understand what it's like to be you. You know, the crown is heavy. Now, the other thing about that is people around you could get comfortable and expecting that your greatness is supposed to fix their lives, and they get entitled and arrogant. And you might wind up being lonely because you don't want to deal with it. But greatness has a satisfaction that trumps everything. Because what happens when you set a goal, high goal, something that people says is impossible or improbable, They can't fathom how you can go from this place to that place. You don't know how you're going to get there. But with hard work and dedication, you get there. That satisfaction right there beats everything in the world. You conquered. You came, you saw, you conquered. Nobody can ever take that away. Greatness is something that nobody can ever take away. See, Ali's the champ. He ain't held the title in years. He died recently, like years ago, a couple years ago. Guess what? He's still a champ. You know why? Because that greatness can never be taken away. And that's a whole lot more than a lot of people understand. It's lonely at the top, but it's worth it. Because sometimes there's peace in their greatness and the loneliness of it. Because only certain people can handle the air at the top. But people don't look at it that way at times. It's different for some folks, But it's just, a thought. Y'all have a good one. We out. Peace.